Hello Taurus, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new, thank you for coming. Appreciate your coming to visit. I hope you enjoy the reading. It's a general reading. Okay, let's see what we've got here. I normally pull out 3 house cards for you, which are the 3 areas of interest. First one is 7th house. See if we get any others, or if we move on to the other deck. Okay, put that there for now. So the 3 areas of interest will then set the tone for the reading, and then I can expand on that. Got Cancer there. Let's get a Goddess Guidance card. 7th house is everything to do with partnerships. So this can be love partners, or it can be business partners, or somebody that you're, a one-on-one relationship that you're very close to at this time. So we've got Sueless bodies of water, we've got 7th house partners, and we've got Cancer, I feel. So a lot of emotions happening at the moment. Let's get another house card for you. House. This is the house of home. So everything to do with your actual physical home, the actual structure, but also the atmosphere and the people in your home. It's also to do with your ethnic identity, your ancestry, where you've come from, your foundation, your roots, your family. It's everything to do with that as well. Cards out there. I'm going to put those back. Let's see what came out. So it looks like you've got a change coming up in your home. This one I'm going to put here. The bottom of the astrological deck is Saturn Truth. So you're going to be doing some reality checks to see how things are working for you. If they're not working, and then we've got the 12th house as well, which is everything to do with the unconscious. So some deep-seated feelings happening. Perhaps you need to express them at this time. Let's get some Goddess guidance for these 2 houses. Oh, okay. So we've got Guinevere True Love coming in, and we've got Ishtar Boundaries. Okay, so bottom of the Goddess deck is Sedna, Infinite Supply. Okay, so just with these 2 cards here, with Saturn Truth and Sedna, Infinite Supply, you could be feeling a little bit uncertain about certain things within your life, depending on the areas that it's playing out in. But this can have like you could be having some austerity measures, or you may be wanting to put some austerity measures in place. Saturn Truth deals with obviously the truth, but it's also about seeing things realistically and seeing things truthfully. But also it's about cutting out what's not working for you, and trimming down, creating a really solid foundation, making sure that things are working for you, and that the foundation that you are laying down is going to see you long term. Saturn is all about creating an harmonious foundation, a strong foundation. So whatever Saturn casts its gaze on, if it's wobbly, or if it's not set correctly, or if there's any kind of trouble within the foundation, Saturn will bring it down. But this is for your greatest good. It's for your highest good, because then you can recreate what it is you need to. But it can be, you can be feeling a little bit depressed, or a little bit pressed down, or under pressure. You could be having issues with authority figures or an authoritative institution, or you could just be not being in your authentic power at this time. So Saturn will help you uncover that. But it is also, it's very much just about, being realistic about certain things. But going too far means serious austerity measures and so on. And if this is financially motivated, then you've got Sedna Infinite Supply, which is a lovely card. And it's saying you are supplied for all of your tomorrows. So you are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. So what Sedna is saying, that the universe, it's an abundant universe, and that you're going to have your needs met. Okay, so you'll have enough to eat, you'll have a roof over your head, you'll have what you need. And she is a guardian of the seas. So, spend time close to the sea if you can, or at least a water body. But she's very much a guardian of the sea. She appreciates any assistance or any contribution that you can make to the protection of the seas. So if that is an interest for you, or if you would like to contribute to a charity or just something like that, it's a feel-good factor, it's a giving back to the universe, then something to do with the sea would be helpful. But she's saying, do not worry, your needs will be met, and it's an abundant universe, and not to concern yourself, to rather focus on raising your energy and your vibration, because your needs are going to be met. Okay, so we've got 7th house, 4th house, and 12th house. 7th house is to do with, as I said, partners. This can be love partners, but also business partnerships, or it's to do with a close one-on-one personal relationship with somebody. So that could be, you just see how that resonates for you. We've got Cancer, I feel, and we've got Sulis, bodies of water. So Sulis is saying, spend time near water such as a lake, river, or the ocean to recharge your batteries. So this is echoed by Sedna, Infinite Supply. She, as I said, is a guardian of the seas. So you definitely need to be rejuvenating yourself at a water body, preferably the ocean, if you can do so. You're going to get a lot of benefit from that. It could also be, because you've got the 4th house here, it could be that you need to relocate, or you will be relocating to a water body or to the ocean. And that, again, is going to be very helpful for you. Or perhaps you have a second residence or something like that, that you can spend time there. It's really going to help you a lot. And with Cancer, I feel, again, it's a water sign. So any time that you spend near a water body will be helpful. Cancer is, the crab is symbolic with Cancer, so that is time at the ocean again. So that's 3 times it's coming up for you now. So I feel that it's a good indication. So with Cancer, this is about emotional life, your intuitions, your instincts. It's also about reflections on the past. So this can be nostalgia, and sort of looking back with dewy eyes at things that happened in the past. You may be pulling, a few sort of veils over things to, sort of like almost like illusions, or sort of feeling that things were better than they were. And Saturn's going to come along to change that, because Saturn can bring about seeing things from the past clearly. So by all means, bring your understanding, bring your wisdom, bring your intuitive impressions from the past, but all your decisions are made in the present, not in the past, not in the future. All your decisions, all your your manifestations are made from the present moment. So stay in the present moment. You can look back and draw your wisdom and draw your understanding from there, and your hindsight and experience, but don't live there. Okay. With the Cancer card, you're probably going to be feeling extremely sensitive right at the moment, and with Sulis, bodies of water, that's also the case, especially if you're tired. So this can also be about nurturing yourself, your body, looking at your diet, everything that you're taking into your body, and through your eyes, through your mouth, whatever it is, the people around you. And you may just need to, like the crab, periodically withdraw into your shell, to retreat, to replenish, to nurture yourself, to rebalance yourself, and in some cases for protection as well. So if you are having struggles in your relationship at this time, relationship, which is illustrated by the 7th house. It could just be that you're going through, everybody at the moment is having to realign. They're going through a lot of challenges right now. So things could just be a little bit strained and in your relationship. So, with the Cancer card, it's saying take time to nurture yourself, nurture your body, go within and retreat periodically to rebalance yourself, because otherwise you're going to come across as a bit touchy and crabby, that kind of feeling, or moody. It's governed by the moon, Cancer, so you may be going through fluctuations. As I said, in the 7th house, you could be riding the waves in a relationship because there are so many challenges around at this time. But go with your gut instincts, go with your emotions, your instincts, how they're leading you forward, and just be aware that the moon cycles may be affecting you right now. Also, this is a strong feminine influence coming in with Cancer, so you may have a female figure around you, or you may be tapping into your female wisdom, or there may be female issues which are determining certain things within your relationship, or it could just be tapping into the feminine collective, whatever is appropriate for you. If you're a masculine watching this, then this is about you balancing your emotional side, which is associated with the feminine. So that's the feminine, balancing the feminine and the masculine, giving and receiving, and if you need to retreat, then you should do so as well. It's also about family. This is family life, and because you've got the 4th house coming up, there's something stirring there. So you could just be, as I said, under quite a lot of pressure right now, and this could be some sort of family issue, or you are dealing with family issues, or but it's about the protection and the nurturing of your family. But don't forget about yourself as well. With Sulis bodies of water, as I said, it's time to take a break or spend time near the water, walking by the ocean or by a lake or whatever water body that you can get to. It's also about nurturing through water rituals. So this can be sea salt baths. So you just get a big bag of coarse sea salt, drop it in your bath, and spend about 20 minutes in there to recharge your aura, to detox your body. It's a wonderful pick-me-up. And, or just drink lots of water. Make sure you're drinking lots of pure water, whatever good water you can get. And also, if you're showering, let the water run over you, and just imagine all your worries and your stresses and your whatever is occurring to just wash away. Okay, so spend time, near water as to recharge your batteries, because I feel you're tired. You're probably under a lot of emotional pressure, and you may be handling a lot of different things at this time. But with the Cancer card, just remember, Cancerians are resilient. They're very resourceful people. So harness those abilities to move you and your family, or you and your partner, forward at this time. Then we've got 4th house. As I said, this is everything to do with the actual physical home. So it can be the structure, but it can also be, where you're currently residing. And it can also be your actual your physical home where you grew up, or your family life. It can also be the atmosphere in your home or the people in your home. So there may be a shift or a change there. Just see how that goes on, because with lunar eclipse change, there's definitely something on the card, some unexpected changes coming in for you in your 4th house. It could be that you, perhaps you have a family member, a female family member moving in with you, or moving out, or you have a shift or change of your home life. Perhaps you're relocating, perhaps you're changing where you're currently living. So everything to do with that, but it can also be to do with your ethnic identity and your ancestry. So you may be calling on that at a time of change, calling on your roots and your foundations to give you some sort of security going forward, because Cancer can also be about security as well. We've got the lunar eclipse change card coming in. So what it's saying is that this is an unexpected, some sort of unexpected change, which can be seen as an upheaval. So if you're in a rut, if you're any kind of stagnant situation, the lunar eclipse is going to lever you out of that. So it could be that something that you're aware of, something that's been lurking in the background, and you kind of were aware of it, but you hadn't actually acted on it, or Not all the pieces were in place to create the change, but with lunar eclipse, something is going to bubble over. So something that was already kind of in the background will now bubble over, but it's the speed and the unexpectedness of it that will catch you by surprise. Otherwise, it will be some sort of shift or change. But as I said, you more than likely have had a rumbling of it already. And just be aware that this is an inevitable change. This has to happen. All right, this has to happen to move you from one situation into another. And with your fourth house, is more than likely a home situation or somebody within your home that is changing. So your attitude and your application to the change, your welcoming of the change is going to determine the course of it and how dramatic it will be. So be open to this change. It's a necessary change. As I said, the lunar eclipse can also be about a change in perception or a realization about certain things. So you could have a realization about certain things and realize now that the way you have been viewing things or the way you have been doing things before in your home life needs to be changed. So it could be an attitude adjustment or just seeing things very, very differently once this has occurred. But it can be a bit of an upheaval, as I said, and you will feel a little bit uncomfortable while the change is in motion, but just know that it's inevitable and necessary and that it's going to be for your greatest good. Then at the top here, we've got Guinevere, true love. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. So this indicates that a relationship is coming in, or it could be the renewal of a current relationship. So if you're already in a relationship, it could be the renewal and the regeneration of that. And that's why I say you could be suddenly realizing that this person actually is your soulmate. That even though you may have had your doubts or you may have had your ups and downs or you've been through some difficulties, you may suddenly realize that this is the person for you, that this person actually is your soulmate. So through some circumstance or some kind of bubbling over. But it could also be that you have a new person that is now entering your home life in some way. And it's a romantic partner, just see how it plays out for you. But it can also be about pouring this romantic love and appreciation that you would give to another. It's about pouring that into yourself. So create a loving, romantic, warm, creature comfort type of home for yourself. Create that for yourself. Create a love nest. Create a lovely place where you feel comfortable, where you feel loved, whether you have a partner or not. Okay, so create a beautiful boudoir, a beautiful home. Do everything you can. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Just do small touches, lovely cushions, candles, fresh flowers, plants. Lovely plush covers, just something that looks luxurious and is a treat for you, home comforts, whatever you can do to create a romantic atmosphere and a loving atmosphere in your home. And once you do that for yourself, then that creates an environment and you feel at peace, and then you project that outwards, and then that is what will draw somebody of a romantic nature back to you. So it's all about keeping the balance within yourself. And also, if you have a partner currently, then create this romantic, loving, attractive, homely environment for you and your partner, so that you create this like a love nest, where the both of you feel nurtured. Okay, that's what it's about as well. So hopefully a soulmate is coming in for you. Otherwise, it's a realization, or you need to create it for yourself, because what it's saying is that your romantic needs are not being met in some way. So whether this is through your partner or with a new partner coming in, so you must create the environment to invite them in. Your home and within yourself, a romantic environment. But it can also be the regeneration of a current relationship. But you may find that you have some kind of emotional outburst or some kind of emotional upheaval. And now you need to speak your truth to your partner and say, I'm a romantic person. I actually do appreciate any romantic gestures. So please, can we try and create that in my environment? So make date nights, do whatever you can to create this environment in your home. And that will be important for you. It could also be, I think it's on the outside, but it's also possible that somebody related to you in some way. So sort of some sort of family connection, could be a distant relation, or somebody that is connected to your family may be coming in as a partner at some point, or they're bringing in this beautiful, loving, romantic environment into your home. So see how it plays out for you. When we've got 12th house coming in, 12th house is a big house. It's everything in the unconscious, in your unconscious, which rules about 90% of your life. So it's your hidden drives, your hidden emotions, and anything that goes on under the surface. So your motivations, your complexities, your programming, and any emotions which you perhaps are not expressing. It can also be any self-sabotaging or any behavior which you have perhaps learned, or you have come into this lifetime with, which are holding you back in some way. It can be anything like that. It can also be about retreat, seclusion, withdrawal. You may need to do that, which is indicated already by the Cancer card and with the Sulis card as well. So I think there's very strong relationship focus here and very strong home focus here for you this month. So whatever is unexpressed, whatever is, needs to be said, whatever clarity needs to be got, whatever you need to work on within yourself, so do your inner work. If you need help with that, seek help. But I do feel that you are suppressing some emotions here. You are suppressing them, or you are seeing them around you. You are seeing the suppression or the sort of emotions, the darker emotions coming up, which is what Black Moon Lilith does cover. So darker emotions lurking under the surface, or it could just be lurking in your unconscious and it needs to be expressed, okay? And because you've got Ishtar boundaries here, I feel that you need to put boundaries within your home life and perhaps within your relationship as well. Just see how it comes out for you. Something needs to be expressed, something needs to be said here to speak your truth and to say, look, my romantic needs are not being met. What can we do about it? Or I feel that, I need to reiterate this boundary with you, or whatever it is that you need to express. 12th house can also be about addictions of all kinds. So this can be any kind of substance addiction, but it can also be to media, to drama, to competitiveness, to a whole variety of things. All of these things shape your personality, but they can also be under the surface driving your behavior, and you need to address those as well. This can also be about resolutions and endings. So the resolution of something or the ending of something. It also covers karmic issues, karmic lessons. It can also cover, the meeting of of twin flames. Although I feel you have got a soulmate coming in, or possibly somebody who's very closely bonded to you, so that this could be stirring things up within yourself as well. Or it could be a repetitive cycle which you are seeing. Perhaps you had a relationship before which went a specific way and you didn't assert a boundary, and now you're seeing it again starting to manifest. So something like that. It could also be about your psychic ability starting to rise up, your ability to meditate, your mysticism, your healing abilities, your spiritual life. All of that is indicated under the 12th house. So you could be having a lot of that sort of coming up within you, and now you're starting to see things very clearly. You're starting to understand. You perhaps are, clairsentient or clairaudient or whatever it is. You're starting to notice things, especially with Saturn around. So again, expression comes in. This house can also be to do with visiting institutions of all kinds and your experiences there. So this can be universities, libraries, government institutions, hospitals, anything like that. And what you experience while you're there, whether you go there for yourself or you go there with another person, that also may be coming up for you at some point. The 12th house, lastly, is also about service to others, service to other people or other causes. So it's like a selfless service. So you may feel that you have done too much with something, that you're giving too much in some way, whether it's to, your work that you do, or to another, or to other people, you give too much, and you've become a bit of a doormat, and now this is why you need to assert your boundaries. Just see how this plays out for you. Black Moon Lilith, as I said, something's moving under the surface, something is lurking. There's a mystery. Something hasn't quite coalesced. You're not quite seeing everything clearly. There's a little bit of confusion possibly going on, or you're feeling like something is going to pop out of yourself or out of your situation. Something is going to be said, or you're seeing it in other people. And this could be family within your home, or somebody else in your work environment. Perhaps you work in a healing environment or a helping profession, and you're just seeing certain things coming out. Because this stirs up things, emotional issues, and this can be, you must exert control over your emotions to get your emotions under control, or you are going to see it in others. And this can be bitterness, anger, fear, revenge even. It can even be rebellion of some kind. But it can also be any kind of emotion, any kind of dark emotion which is lurking and which is coming up. It could also be a feeling of being overlooked in some way, whether you are feeling it or somebody else in your environment that you're dealing with is feeling like that, being overlooked, being passed over in some way. This is what this card can mean. It can also be rising to fame in some way, or notoriety, or being in the spotlight. So your deeds, your whatever it is you're doing, or the actions that you're taking, or your healing abilities, or whatever it is that you're manifesting, is coming to notice, and other people around you may not like that, or they may not be reacting well to that. Okay, and if that is the case, some boundaries need to be put in. So see that, how that comes out. It could also be that you need to stand your ground very firmly about something. Really stand your ground firmly. And she's the witch's wand of power. It's a very powerful feminine stance, this far and no further. So that can also come up. But as I said, Ishtar, boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. Really, that sums it up. Everything in a nutshell to do with this house. Let's just do a destiny card for you now and see what comes up. Okay, harmony. All right. So this is what you need to create for yourself now. Harmony. Internal harmony. Any internal harmony that you create will be reflected externally. So that is what you will draw to you. This is a respondent universe. So whatever you have on your, whatever is going on internally will be projected by you externally, and that is what you will draw towards you. So when you are at peace, then that is what you will draw to you. When you are feeling love in yourself, then that is what you will project, and that is what you will draw towards you. Whatever you are working on internally, if you are fearful, if you are angry, if you are suppressing certain emotions, then that is going to play out. That is going to be projected outwards for you, and other people will reflect it back to you. So you're going to see pretty much what you're feeling inside is going to be reflected in others, and they're going to beam it back to you to show you what the issue is, so that you can work on it. Okay, that is how it works. So that people are your mirrors. All right. So strive for harmony in all ways, which is what Saturn is trying to do. Saturn is always trying to work towards harmony, but that comes from a solid foundation, from being realistic about what it is you can and can't do, and how much energy you need to put into certain things, and certainly with Ishtar, boundaries that is coming in for you. So if you are feeling deep emotions, if you are feeling fearful in any way, then that can project as anger. You could be getting angry with other people around you, and that is what is going to be projected back to you. So always be striving for harmony internally, and then that is what you will manifest externally. Okay, Taurus, hope you enjoyed that. Please take care, and I will see you next time.